Hello, welcome to a brand new Player 2 unboxing. My name is Paul James and today we're diving into the newly released Nintendo Switch exclusive Fire Emblem Three Houses. Now, it's probably no surprise to you, the listener, and certainly to a whole bunch of friends of Player 2 that I've picked up the collector's edition for this because it's starting to become a bit of a recurring joke that I'm just going to spend excessive amounts of money on collector's editions. And I'm not helping myself in this particular case. So we've picked up the collector's edition, specifically it's titled the Seasons of Warfare edition. And it's been pre-ordered out for quite some time. Basically, within a couple of hours of them going live on EB Games, they're all pre-ordered out here in Australia. But I managed to snap one up in that time, sent me back 150 Australian dollars. Thankfully, I've got a few family members invested in this and that's going to offset some of that cost a little bit. But let's dive into the contents a little bit. So firstly, as you can see, it's a really quite detailed box that we've actually got here. Really cool design. I think it's really reflective of the tone that we're going for in the game from the content that's been made available. And obviously, if you're playing the game, you'll already know what the game's about. But you know, Seasons of Warfare, there's a lot of warfare. It's very dark. It's very there's a lot of contrasting color and those sort of things because of the flashes of color that come from the combat, but also the really dark tone. And it's really reflected in everything that we're seeing in the design of the external box. We start to open it up and we see what's inside. And though I've got some details here, apparently includes the game, the steelbook, an art book, sound selection CD, and a 2020 calendar. One of the things that, and just when we're talking about the fact that it has the game and it has the steelbook, I'm going to assume, like a lot of collector's editions that we've dealt with over the journey, that means we're getting the steelbook and we're getting the original version of the game. I'm looking at the steelbook at present. Textured kind of first layer of the box here. We've got the steelbook. Presumably that's empty because it's got the game cartridge in it. So what I was leading to a moment ago is what we're starting to see with a lot of collector's editions over the course of the last few years, and basically since collector's editions started really becoming a thing, is that you'd get the original kind of retail box, the plastic stock standard box with the stock standard key art and all those sort of things on it. But then you'd also get the collector's edition, the steelbook, if it provided a steelbook, separately. And I sit back and I've been wondering, well, what's the point? A lot of people are pre-ordering for their steelbooks. They love themselves a steelbook, as I do. That other plastic case is just, it's going in the trash. They may as well not offer it. And thankfully it seems, and I'll double check shortly, but it seems as though that's not the case here. The design, fantastic. Get a load of that. That looks great. Obviously, like I said, it's got the game inside it, Fire Emblem Three Houses. As per usual, it's a Switch game. Don't go putting it in your mouth, it tastes shocking. Let's see how we go from here. This one will be our soundtrack. Again, similar to the box, really dark with that contrast of gold. Presumably thematic in some way. The soundtrack here has 33 different tracks on it. It doesn't look like, as I quickly skim through the titles, which you totally won't be able to see if I turn it around. Because I have to say the font doesn't, the selection of font isn't great. It doesn't look like there's any doubles up or kind of revised versions. They all seem unique tracks, and I'm sure there's a whole bunch more in game. We've got the CD there though. I don't know how I'm actually going to rip that on anything because I don't have a CD drive on my computer anymore, but that's a problem for another time. So there's our soundtrack. Next up, and I think we might be onto something here with the lack of traditional case. This one here must be our calendar because what's left is our art book. So let's break into that without destroying it. As we peel away the plastic here, I'm assuming this must be our calendar. You can see the Nintendo logo. You won't be able to see it, but the Nintendo logo's there, maybe in the right light. I can angle it right. Again, we're seeing that same design that we saw on the soundtrack here. Again, kind of black on black, so it's a little bit hard to tell. We slip it out. Okay, yeah, it's a small one, but it is a calendar, I think. I guess it hangs like that. And then we can flick through our different months. So again, like I said, this is a 2020 calendar. Fire Emblem Three Houses. We've got and a whole bunch of key art bits. Oh no, it'll be one of those ones we sit. So they're calling it month 1 Guardian Moon. I guess that must be, you know, timeline sort of stuff for the game. Month 2, and they've all got titles. But a perfectly functional working calendar with presumably a whole bunch of really key characters from the game. So that is our Fire Emblem Three Houses 2020 calendar. And lastly, the art of Fire Emblem Three Houses. Oh, that came away easily this time. Good. Some really nice texturing that goes with this circular, and again, I don't follow design yet. I haven't actually started the game, as you might be gathering, but really nice design. The texturing is different from the black region and actually the font even to this art here, and I won't dive too deep because I'm fearful of spoilers, but there would be at least, and you can see me flicking through it here, there'd be at least 100 pages here. There's character art, there's other key art, there's costumes, there's a whole lot of stuff in here. So it's gonna be, and it doesn't look like it's ultra spoilerish. Just even based on the very limited bits and pieces that I've scrolled through here. But it looks really quite cool. Again, I'll try to avoid some spoilers there, but again, like if I flick to the beginning where we're talking characters, I believe from some of the stuff I've seen, that's the leader of one of the 3 houses that you can choose to join. Presumably the blue team, based on the colour of his outfit. And we've got a whole bunch of other characters in there as well. So those are the contents of the Fire Emblem Three Houses Collector's Edition. So to quickly summarise that, you've got this fantastic looking box, textured, the contrasting colours great, we've got the soundtrack, we've got a 2020 calendar, we've got the art book, which at least 100 pages just from a rough estimate there, and the gorgeous looking steelbook. Only the steelbook. Nintendo, you've finally done what so many other publishers seemingly won't, and I'm stoked for that. Thank you very much. There will be a whole bunch of Fire Emblem Three Houses related content on the website, including obviously this video on the YouTube channel. There's going to be a Player 2 Plays you can go and check out for that. Myself and Sarah are working on some early impressions pieces that will come out pretty soon, and hopefully a full review somewhere down the line as well. If you've enjoyed this, please be sure to like, share and subscribe to the channel. All those buttons down the bottom here, and hit the notification bell, that way you're alerted to every new video the moment it goes live on the channel. That includes Patched, The Insider, Player 2 Plays, more unboxings, a late game review, Gamer School, and a whole bunch more. There's some awesome stuff there, so please be sure to go and check it out. Visit the website player2.net.au, where you'll find reviews, previews, opinion pieces, news, features, the Player 2 Writer's Draft, and heaps more. There's some awesome stuff there, some really talented people working on it. Go and check it out. We're also on Patreon, patreon.com/player2au, kicking a few bucks. At the lower tiers, you get early access to episodes. The higher tiers, you get monthly episode exclusives. Finally, there's Twitter. You can find me at Paul James Games. The website you'll find at player2au. And until next time, there's going to be another next time, because we know that a lot of people have already spoken about it. I've got a lot of collector's editions on order. Thank you very much for watching.